Hey up everybody, I thought I might as well do this now. I've just come out of Morrison's Cafe, and if anyone has seen my video from an hour ago, I was talking to you, having a brief chat about my feelings and thoughts and strategies about approaching this challenge of being in Morrison's Cafe for lunch. So how did it go? Well, it was a success, I suppose. Well, there's no suppose about it. It was a success. As predicted, the menu is still absolutely enormous. It is on a board on a big desk, and also like a 4-part double-sided foldy thing, which was huge. So the first thing I was going to do was scan the menu and then pick the bit that my eye zoned in on first, and then say out loud what I was going to have. To be honest, I didn't really read the menu. I just saw the size of it and thought, do you know what? I can't be bothered with what is actually like going to be really going on with all these different lists and different choices and options. And also, it was full of numbers. Bloody hell. So everywhere. So of course, your anorexia zooms straight in the number that says K-Cal next to everything. So what I did is I scanned the thing, and the first bit on the side of it was breakfast. And actually, as I was walking up, I thought I actually quite fancy like bacon and eggs or something like that. So I had a small fry up, I suppose. So I had beans. There was beans there, two slices of bacon, fried egg, toast, butter, sauce, blah blah blah. So that was nice. So anyway, so the strategy, yes, I did look at the menu, I scanned it, I did pick something at speed and quick, and as soon as I picked it, I said to the person I was with, I said, oh, I'm going to have this breakfast, and just pointed at it. Right, and then fine, that's lovely. Had to then stand in the queue, because that's one of the whole the challenges, but it's the canteen style of place. And yeah, that as I was stood in the queue, and I saw another copy of the menu, and my eyes did start to look at the numbers, and my head started going, right, well, let's change our mind, let's have this, let's have that. I'd spotted something else that maybe anorexia would have preferred, so my head's like, oh, do you want that, do you want this, do you want that? But I said out loud again to the person I was with, I said, do I want the breakfast? And she was like, yes, of course you want the breakfast. So the breakfast is what I was having. I paid for it, I ordered, I sat down, I got my sauce, my knife and fork, and then I sat on my back to the counter and the kitchens. So there was no way that I could start wondering and thinking about changing my mind, and no way to start getting obsessed and worried about what was coming and what things were looking like. I had no idea what the food looked like coming out of the kitchen until mine arrived. First thought when it arrived, it was on a tiny plate, so it was like spilling all over the edges of it. So I had to, the girl I was with, hers came with an extra plate for whatever reason, so I put my toast on there, so I actually had a little bit of room to just actually cut up without beans spilling everywhere. And then I was dunking my toast like a pro, putting my beans on things like a pro, having extra sauce, and finished, and it was lovely, and I feel satisfied. Do I look full? Not sure. Satisfied, nice, had a lovely time with the person I was with, quite chilled, quite relaxed. But at the same time, I had to go through those processes in order to be able to do it. As I stood waiting for her, the panic in my tummy was very real, and it was very loud, actually, the panic in my tummy. So I had to go through the processes, and that's fine. When you've been through therapy and you've been through the structures and systems that I've been through, you learn these things for a reason. So just because you are weight restored, and just because on the outside world you look like a totally normal human being, don't be afraid of putting your strategies and your therapeutic work into place and into action. So to deal with this particular challenge, it was scanning the menu. Whatever your eye focused on first is what I chose. Say it out loud, commit to that action, commit to that decision, stand in the queue, wait in the queue, but stick with your guns, stick with what it was you wanted. Get there, sit with your back to the counter, sit with your back to the kitchen, and then have at least one, if not more, sauce rashers, because you don't want to restrict in any way, shape or form. Morrison's Cafe, check, tick, success for the first time. Challenge repeat now. So there's this place, or there's Asda, or other similar supermarket brands that have cafes in them that I will be visiting either by myself or with Amy over the next couple of weeks. There we are. Challenge repeat in action. Take care, everyone.